Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Idle Words. This episode, we're going to be talking about the power of electricity. And because we live in a modern world, I'm sure we all know and are familiar with what electricity can do on a positive note. It powers everything from our microwaves to our televisions. Wi-Fi is powered through electricity. We can get our clothes washed and dried through the power of electricity. The refrigerator is kept running through electricity. You catch my drift. And because we are so familiar with the power of electricity, we have become dependent upon it. Allow for electricity to go out one night, and what'll happen? Pandemonium. We're afraid because we're afraid of the dark. Electricity lights our world. Allow for electricity to go off and our heat and cooling systems are no longer working. So we're now subject to the elements. If it's cold, we're cold. If it's hot, we're hot. Electricity provides so much. However, we also know, whether through experience or just from others' testimony, that electricity also can do some great damage. We hear all the time about electrical line workers, the guys that climb the poles, either due to a lack of safety or something going out of whack. And they're hit with hundreds of thousands of volts of electrical power. And often, unfortunately, many of them fall to their death. We hear about children, perhaps because of their lack of awareness, pushing their fingers into electrical sockets. We perhaps have had situations where something electrical falls into a tub where we're bathing, and whether or not it was us, we knew about the damage that it caused on those who got caught up, on those who were unfortunately a part of that. The idea really here is that electricity, for all that it does positively in the life, we know that it does great things in the area of damage as well. God has given us that same type of power in our mouths. What does idle words really mean? I mean, what are you saying, minister? An idle word is an ineffective word, a negative word. Words that should not be spoken or even contemplated. But when you connect the dots to electricity and the tongue, you begin to understand that, like electricity, this tongue in our bodies wields a whole lot of power for good and evil. We can uplift and build, or we can tear down. I want us to go to a particular scripture, and that scripture is found in Mark chapter 11, verse 24. And we are told, what things soever ye desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you will have them. Now let's break it down. What is prayer? Simplistically, what is prayer? Prayer is communication. Prayer involves talking, using the tongue, right? Let's break it down further. When I am talking, when I allow words to escape my mouth, I am communicating whatsoever it is that I desire, based on whatsoever it is up here in my mind. And whatsoever is up here dwelling in the parking lot of my mind is going to determine what exit my mouth. So again, Mark 11:24 says, what things I desire when I pray or when I communicate them, and I will have them. How many Christians are communicating the wrong thing? How many of us born again, holy, sanctified Christians that stopped watching porn, that stopped smoking and drinking, that no longer gossip and get in other church folks' business, are caught up in communicating the wrong thing. Well, Lord, I don't do this anymore. And I don't feel that way anymore. But I am still spewing the destructive power of my tongue because I have not learned that whatsoever I desire up here, I will speak or spew it out here. I want us to be wise. Whatsoever things you desire, when you pray, when you communicate, speak that thing, and you shall have it. Now, many of us are cruel when it comes to speaking prosperity. Lord, I want a car. I want a husband. I'm looking for a wife. And there's nothing wrong with that. But have we learned to communicate those things that concern the atmosphere that we have created for ourselves? If I'm only understanding that which I communicate in the realm of material things is a benefit to me, then I'm missing the greater point when it concerns the power of my tongue. Because I'm gonna have what I communicate. It's a spiritual law, and electricity operates on laws, physical laws. Treat electricity with the respect it deserves, and electricity will give back to you power that will serve you well. But disregard electricity's law, and it will harm you and kill you. There are spiritual laws connected to this tongue. Speak or communicate positivity, and you will have placed in the atmosphere of your life positive things. But that law works against you when your words are negative, downtrodden in its nature. When you speak, remember that there is law connected to your communication. And what you speak, you will receive in return. Whatsoever things you communicate, when you communicate, if you desire them, speak them, desire them. I desire peace, Jesus, so I speak peace. I desire health, oh God, so I speak health. I desire clarity and understanding and wisdom, so no, I'm not dumb. No, I'm not ugly. No, I'm not retarded. No, I'm not a sinner, because I'm speaking that which I desire, because whatsoever I speak or communicate, that which I will also have. This is Andre Battles, and thank you for joining me on yet another episode of Idle Words. Be blessed.